Today, 40 occupiers stood on the corner of Wilshire and Highland in hopes of getting President Obama's attention. This is October 24th, day 24 of Occupy Los Angeles, and you're watching Inside Out News.
Love is contraband in hell.
Love is contraband in hell.
Because love is an acid that eats away bars.
Because love is an acid that eats away bars.
But you, me, and tomorrow.
But you, me, and tomorrow.
Hold hands and make vows.
Hold hands and make vows.
That struggle will multiply.
That struggle will multiply.
The shotgun has 2 barrels.
The shotgun has 2 barrels.
The hacksaw has 2 blades.
The hacksaw has 2 blades.
We are a conspiracy.
We are a conspiracy.
We are pregnant with freedom.
We are pregnant with freedom.
It is our duty to fight.
It is our duty to fight.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love each other.
We must love each other.
And protect each other.
And protect each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
It is our duty to fight.
It is our duty to fight.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love each other.
We must love each other.
And protect each other.
And protect each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Yes!
40 occupiers got on a bus from City Hall this afternoon to travel to another part of the city to catch President Obama's motorcade. The protesters brought 2 tents with them, the central symbol of the occupation movement, as well as protest signs. The protesters hope to bring the message of the occupation to President Obama himself.
I'm hoping that he wakes up, he gets out of bed, and he sees what's going on with the world, and he helps us fix it. Because he has the power. I mean, we have the power, but he, ultimately, this is his decision.
The Illuminati conspiracies do not...
I'm here because it's hypocrisy for Obama to come begging for money, panhandling. And in the meantime, he's going to represent the interest of the 99%. It's not possible. So it's that hypocrisy that I'm standing up against.
What do you think is going to happen when Obama pulls up in his limo?
I hope he comes out and says hi to everybody. That'd be cool. We'll yell and scream. That's what's going to happen. We'll wave our signs, and we'll hopefully he'll check us out and maybe wave.
I am here with the people. I am here to help the people and to prove to Obama that we are not slaves to work. We are not slaves to job, that we are not to be taxed overly like he has done for the past few years. He has overtaxed us. He has taken our jobs. He is making this community even worse than what it has been. I am here to prove to our people, to America, that we are human beings. We are not slaves.
So you hear they're waiting for Obama to come by.
I didn't know that.
I didn't tell you about that.
I know that.
His brother Isaiah wanted to be here as well, but he couldn't. The last protest, get this, that I was at was in 1968. I was 13 years old protesting the Vietnam War, and it's their time now. This is important stuff.
President Obama's motorcade drove by around 6 p.m. Afterward, the protesters marched from the corner over to the location of the fundraiser itself. The police were present, but the environment was friendly for both the protesters and the LAPD. We spoke briefly with the captain who was monitoring the events. Most people in the LAPD are very supportive of this occupation movement?
I don't know. I don't know, because we haven't really talked about it, but you know what? The important thing is that everybody respects each other, and everybody stays safe, and everybody has the opportunity to express their feelings. First Amendment right.
Are police officers, are you in a union?
Yes, I am.
So you're part of the 99%.
You know? Yeah.
You definitely are.
Yeah, you're 99%.
What's that?
Yes, you're part of the 99%.
Well, tell me what the 99% is.
Well, I guess according to some of the occupiers, it's anyone who is feeling some sort of injustice in regards to corporate power, corporate politics, or who makes maybe under $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, less than $1 million a year. There's been a range, and
nowadays almost everybody makes money over 100,000, that wouldn't be the top 1%. I guess I don't know what the definition of the top 1% is.
Technically,
Who knows the
99% of
definition?
us don't earn that 1%. If you
The
if you
top
earn over
1%
$500,000
controls
a year, you're part of the
42% of the wealth.
Are you part of the 42%?
I don't control 42% of the wealth. No, I can tell you that right now.
Saturday, about 50 protesters joined a group of 500 or so demonstrators who marched from Pershing Square over to MacArthur Park to protest police brutality, joining marchers across the country in this nationwide day of protest.
Out in the streets today to say no more stolen lives. We're tired of seeing our friends, our family members, ourselves being pulled over because of the way we look, the texture of our hair, the color of our skin, what kind of neighborhood we're driving in. We're saying no more to that. We're saying no more police brutality, y'all. Give it up for yourselves one time for coming out. Give it up for yourselves real loud for coming out.
Occupy Los Angeles did not have any major events over the weekend here at City Hall in downtown LA. Instead, Saturday felt more like an open house where supporters of the occupation and Occupy Wall Street mingled with the occupiers. Some joined various committees such as the members of the SEIU Health Workers Union who were seeking approval to conduct a health fair here for the occupiers. Others participated in the educational workshops that are put on by the People's University of Occupy LA. We spoke briefly with some of the visitors and occupiers over the weekend. So how long have you been a peacekeeper here?
Since before day one.
And what made you want to become a peacekeeper for the occupation?
Because I knew it was going to be a vital role here. We needed to have liaisons between the police. We needed to have someone that would be able to come into a situation if people are over emotional and be able to de-escalate that situation in order for everybody to have a good time, be able to be peaceful.
Have you had a lot of issues with fights or anything like that?
There's been no fist fights. I mean, there's been a lot of, well, not so much a lot, but there's been a few times when people have gotten a little bit over emotional about what they're here for and about their release. And we just go in and talk to them. Basically, hey, what's going on? Why don't you come over here and talk to me? Try to separate them from everything that's going around in the group, because I know there might be a group, because if we're getting involved, by that time there'd be a group around, and so we try to get them out of the group so nobody will gawk at them while I talk to them and just ask them why, what's going on, and usually they'll just blow off steam, and after that they'll just okay, and then we'll talk to them, be like, we understand that you're over emotional, but let's keep it, let's keep the level down, let's relax. And every time they just, okay, you're right, and that's the end of the situation.
And what's the relationship between the peacekeepers here and the LAPD?
Oh, we've had a great relationship with them. I mean, we meet with them several times a day. They express their concerns, and we tell them ours. Then we go from there.
What sort of concerns have they expressed?
The graffiti is the biggest one right now. I mean, the chalk is the chalk graffiti that's going on. That they're just like, that'll wash right off. That's not a big deal. But a lot of people out here are not so much a lot, but there's those few select boneheads that are tagging with permanent markers on the ground. I mean, the other day there was a fuck City Hall in front of there, and it's absolutely inappropriate for these people to be writing it, because I mean, doing that is not what this movement's about. And then they'll hide under, oh well, it's our freedom of speech, and it's like, yeah, when you're 12, I remember when I was 12 and I wanted to write on the walls and everything like that and deface property, and it's unacceptable. And we're trying to take care of that as much as we can, and try to catch people doing it. So and just that's one of the biggest concerns that are going on right now.
What's your name?
Matthew.
How old are you?
11.
And what have you brought here?
I brought some money.
And is this all from your own collection, or did you collect it?
It's from my own collection. I just grabbed everything I had and...
And why have you decided to donate it to the occupation?
Well, I had all this money around, and I thought, hey, I can go help people with this money. So I just decided to go donate it.
What would you like to see the occupation use it for?
I'm not sure, but for a good cost.
Okay, I'm with SEIU, UHW, healthcare worker, and we're out here today. This is my first trip out here. I've watched it on television, but I wanted to come out and see it for myself and, you know, get all the myth out of it. And I saw that it was not what the media was putting out there for us to watch. As part of the union, we're out here building trust and at the same time trying to see what how we can be a part of this movement. We're planning with the approval of the committee to maybe one day come out and do a health fair. We do community fair. And from what we heard from a few people that, you know, I talked to on the way coming around here, you know, some of them haven't seen a doctor in a long time. So it'd be good to be able to do a little something, not maybe full care, but do something for them in the future when we're allowed, yeah.
And so you were saying that you wanted to get the myth from the fact, from what you've heard in the media, on television, in the news. Well, what kind of myths have you debunked so far?
That it was that, you know, the people out there were just troublemakers. They were just a group of people that, you know, didn't have nothing else to do and decided to create problems for the banks and everything else. So, you know, to come out and see the diversity of people and to hear everybody, the care of different people, you know, just put it kind of, you know, where you can make your own opinion of what's happening. And, you know, it's diverse from what I see. It's a good thing. You know, everyone, you know, expressing how the economy affects them and how, you know, life in general is going, you know, direction it's taking them, the path that we're going in.
Sunday Van Jones, the former Obama administration advisor, also known for his work with Color of Change and his most recent project, Rebuild the Dream, addressed the occupiers here. He spent most of his time talking with the occupiers and walking around the occupation sites. Are you here mostly in regard to green jobs or as part of your Rebuild the Dream?
Well, I'm here with Rebuild the Dream. I'm here with green jobs. But mainly I'm here to learn. This is there are no leaders in this movement. There are only learners right now, trying to understand what this phenomenon is and trying to support it. I'm standing back in awe. And so I came out to listen to people more than to talk. But to the extent that people are looking for solutions, Rebuild the Dream does have a 10-point program. 131,000 people got together online, wrote the program. 300,000 people have signed on to it, and 600,000 people signed up to fight for it. So there are real solutions in the short term, but I think this movement is going to go longer than the short term. I think this movement could actually, you know, change a lot more than even our 10-point plan. But let's get that 10-point plan done. RebuildTheDream.com.
Okay, and what do you think the president needs to do to appease the people that are here?
Well, I think it's not just the president. I think that the president, the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, the Supreme Court, every single person with any authority, this is a report card giving a negative grade, and people need to come and listen. It's not about coming and talking. People need to come and listen to what the people have to say. I've heard better ideas out here, much more sophisticated ideas out here than I heard in the 2 years I lived in Washington, D.C. The people are not stupid. People have good ideas. They see through a lot of this nonsense. The people need to be heard.
There is word that tomorrow Tom Morello will make a second appearance here at Occupy LA. Morello has been traveling across the country visiting various occupation sites. He will be here tomorrow at 1 p.m. to address the occupiers. This ends our broadcast for tonight, but we will be back tomorrow. This is Margot Paez signing off for Inside Out News. Good night.